Arizona sign. Now, because we don't stop while we're on the highway, I highly recommend any photos that you want to get. I highly recommend taking video so then you can get the still, because you only have like a second to get the still photo. Now, Horseshoe Bend is out of Page, Arizona, and it is considered the easternmost portion of the Grand Canyon. It's the east side of the Grand Canyon. Here we are. Welcome to Arizona, everybody. They have some bass, a lot of trout, and the occasional catfish. But as we come through this red rock ridge right here, as we go through here, on the other side, we'll see the campsite, but we'll also see the mesas covered in Joshua trees. Again, Joshua trees are only found here in the Mojave Desert. This will be some of the last few glimpses that we get. An example is over here on the right-hand side. You see this building, the corner closest to the interstate. That is a large Joshua tree right there on that corner. Now that Joshua tree, I'm going to say about 750 years old, give or take. I have never seen. They all blend together. But no one else knew about Zion. Now, the town of Springdale has existed for many years. And one of the things, Springdale has a lot of little houses and a couple of little small hotels and stuff. But in 2007, media. And so it made it even more popular. So before that, you would see hotels and stuff, but now we're seeing Best Westerns, Hampton Inns, all of that. But Springdale is a great little town to stay in. Great to and from Springdale and all throughout the park, right? And they are free shuttle service. But here's the thing, guys: do not get on a single shuttle. Do not get on any other bus, because Zion National Park is a complete dead zone. I will not be able to call you. I will not be able to find you, and they will pick you up. Here.
It's a junior ranger thing.
One of the most iconic ones is the Watchman. So in a moment, it's going to be on the right-hand side of the bus. You can actually, so this peak right here, so there's a tiny peak and then a really tall peak. That is the Watchman. And we're going to get a beautiful view of it here in a second, where we'll see the Virgin River. And it is named the Watchman because at the very top of the mountain, there are two little peaks. There's a little peak, and then you follow it down. There's two slits. Those are his eyes. And then you go down to his nose, and then his mouth. And he has a very long beard. And he watches over Zion Valley. covered by because the sun isn't over him yet, but that is the watchman on our right hand side. Beautiful watchman. And then on the left is one of the most scenic routes through Zion. It takes you all the way down to the Temple of Sinawaba, and it brings you to the Narrows. Pretty up there. And up on the right hand side, we're heading up that way. Up there. Yeah. Very closely, you might see tiny little people. Look like ants. They're really tiny. If you look closely at the top, here where the trees are, you might see some people. When we get through the tunnel, we'll be entering the grand reveal window. Some pine trees surrounding us right now, and we'll see more of those as we get into Bryce Canyon. But it's interesting to look at how different the trees and the grass and the foliage. We still have desert plants. There's a couple cacti like growing on the sides of the cliffs. It's really beautiful. Damage up ahead, and the road has been damaged for about 25 years. They do work on it from time to time, and they do try to fix it, but it's how the road naturally falls after some time.
By the National Park Service. As we travel northward between Grand Canyon and Bryce Canyon National Parks,
to Arches National Park. Moab, Utah is on the border of Utah and Colorado.
Lived in rock houses under desert cliffs and struggled for survival. Because of its impressive weather-carved formations, 15 to 1200. The highway also runs over 60 miles along the northern boundary of Grand Staircase Escalante National Monument, a dramatic, multi-hued landscape rich in natural and human history. The surprising, sometimes incredible art of the leaf itself. In time, was the only state road across central Utah. establishing the Mesa Verde National Park in 1906. Popular drives thousands of feet above. The canyon's South Rim and North Rim drives, the watchtower gives us a final grand view of the Grand Canyon.
Do you remember that day you fell out of my window?
I sure do. You